So, Nintendo woke up today and was like, hey, what if we just showed off the release date for Splatoon 3 and the whole round of gameplay, just because we've been starving our fans for months. So first off, besides this little awesome opening scene, everyone has name tags. Now, not only does it show like a little title for everyone, like, you know, Southpaw Champ, Splatsville Fashionista, etc. Everyone has these own little unique stuff. I think you're going to be able to maybe buy these or get achievements and stuff like that. However, more importantly with these name tags, did you see that little number tag right there? I really think this means Splatoon is going to be getting a friend code system. This kind of honestly looks exactly like Discord, which I think is really funny. I love this so much. The fact that we're actually maybe getting a good friend system in Splatoon would be amazing, because everyone knows the friend system on the Switch kind of sucks, so having a good system, even if it's just in Splatoon, would be amazing. Now, I love watching the Inklings all spawn in, and I still would really like to see Inklings be able to have their own unique poses and stuff as they spawn in. I kind of doubt that'll happen, but I really think that would be interesting. Hopefully we can get something like that. Doesn't really look like it here, but with the amount of customization we're getting in the game, it really seems like we will be. I also saw some people wanting custom coffee makers, like what the Inklings spawn on. Doesn't really look like we're getting that. Can't really notice anything unique about any of them. They all kind of look the same, sadly. But still, I have hope that we'll be able to add stickers or something to them. Now, when Inklings spawn, they actually seem to have some invincibility time, which is pretty interesting. Probably makes sense because there's no more like spawn area. Now we also get another look at the UI, which I'm still not the biggest fan of. It doesn't really look that great in my opinion. I still like it because it's Splatoon, of course, but I feel like Nintendo just could have done better with it. It's not my favorite UI. However, we get to see a lot of new icons for different weapons, so I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. It's so sad we only have this way and Booyah for callouts in the game. It's kind of a missed opportunity because there's so many different things we could say in games when we're not voice chatting with people that would be able to help, but Nintendo just won't add like a button press saying something. It's fine. I'm not really trying to complain. It's just kind of a missed opportunity. We also get to see what the Inksuka special looks like, so that's pretty cool. However, the most interesting thing sub-wise we have going on here is that little thing right there. I originally thought it looked like a flashlight, but what it actually seems to be is it's a line that tags people. And I say this because it makes that exact same sound, and also it shows a little radius around them. But it also seems to leave a big stream of ink showing who tagged them. It's kind of interesting. I don't really know how much damage it does, and I'm not a competitive player. I can't really say if anything's great or not. But this sub seems a little risky as it reveals your location pretty much too, and the person who uses it in the trailer kind of gets Inksuka, which is pretty sad. We also get a new look at the Bubble Shield special, and it honestly breaks pretty quickly. Originally, I was concerned on why it only lasted a few seconds, but then I noticed that the top of it was getting damaged by another Inkling, and it seems that greatly lowers the durability of it. When you get killed by someone, it shows their tag alongside what they're wearing. If you notice what they're wearing, it doesn't show any like glasses or pants or any other unique accessories like that, and although I personally still believe we're getting those kind of glasses and stuff, they're just not going to have their own abilities. Obviously, that would make a lot of sense, because if you had like 6 or 5 different abilities, that would be kind of crazy. So I understand why, but I do not think this deconfirms the existence of glasses and other accessories. So we also see a new special. Again, this is pretty crazy. And this one looks like a vacuum that sucks up enemy ink. It doesn't seem to shoot any ink of its own, and it heavily restricts your movement and your aim. However, what it does is after it gets charged up, it shoots a little ball that explodes, kind of like how the Rainmaker did in Splatoon 2. So here we get another look at the bow, and what we'll notice is that the bow actually seems to have 2 firing modes, kind of like the rollers do. When you jump and then shoot, it seems to fire a single stream. Probably more powerful than the original bow's triple stream. Very interesting, adds a little bit of unique stuff for the bow. Then we're going to see the Zipcaster, and Zipcaster is nothing we haven't seen before. We know what the Zipcaster is. However, it actually has its own unique little marker, which I think looks pretty cool. In older trailers, it was just an inkjet marker as a placeholder, and it looked kind of funny. So it's just nice seeing it have its own little marker now. So we get to see the Killer Whale 5.1, and a lot of this is just me looking at like specials and subs actually getting revealed and stuff. But this is really interesting because I don't think anyone really expected this. At least I didn't. So the Killer Whale 5.1, not only does it have like this insane startup animation, it also seems to follow the player for a little bit if it hasn't locked onto anything. Once the first few lock onto something, the duration seems to start going away. However, the other few, until they lock onto something, it seems like they just follow the player still. We also get to see another new special, I know, right? Where it's kind of like a bomb launcher. That's what I originally thought it was. So you throw 3 little balls of these ink, and then they just turn into ink strikes. Like, what in the world? I loved Ink Strike in Splatoon 1, so like this is amazing for me that you just can have 3 of them pretty much. Honestly, this might be my favorite special. It's pretty crazy. I imagine how strong this could be in something like Splat Zones or something. And I'm not a competitive player, but it does seem really good. So this seems like a new sub-weapon. We kind of noticed it earlier, but I kind of glossed over it. It seems like burst bombs and suction bombs combined, where you kind of get to throw them pretty speedily. Like, they don't cost that much ink, but they also don't do that much damage, but they actually stick onto surfaces. It says game at the end, and honestly, it's not my favorite. It really looks unfinished. However, it kind of looked like that for Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 as well, so I'm sure they'll polish it up eventually. It just looks a little not fitting the theme. I thought it would be some, like, you know, tape restricting you from going to like an area, you know what I mean, like that kind of tape. It would fit the game. But anyway, the most important part of this trailer, well, maybe not the most important part, but I'll just go ahead and let it play just because I love it so much. So yeah, that was the coolest thing ever. At the end, you can see everyone's like titles and tags and stuff like that, which is really cool. And it says you got a medal. I think these just kind of show off that, you know, you got, again, like you got the most splats, or, you know, you got targeted a lot, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't really think it's gonna be a way to give you like achievements or anything, but that's still really, really cool. It really makes me want to know what the losing team sees. Like, they're not gonna see this victory screen. They're gonna see like a losing screen, I would assume. So that's probably gonna look really cool too. So the game's coming out in about 5 months. Honestly, less than 5 months. It's closer to 4 months than 5 months actually, which is pretty crazy. It feels so soon. Anyway, that's all I really have to say for that. I kind of just woke up and watched the trailer a few times and just started recording without a script, so I'm sorry that, you know, this wasn't the most coherent or most, you know, in-depth video ever, but I just like to talk about what I noticed. Maybe some of you guys learned something new. Sorry for not getting a video out in a while. College has been kicking my butt a lot lately, but I'm almost done. Finals week is very soon, and I've been studying and suffering a lot. But again, it'll be over soon. I'll go back to making regularly scheduled videos, hopefully. My channel has grown a lot over the last while, and I really appreciate you guys. I mean, I haven't even uploaded a video, but I still reached that 800 mark, which is crazy. You are all awesome, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys. See you later.